My name is Kinsey, and today we are live from the MGM lobby where we are surrounded by fans waiting for the grand arrivals of the fighters that are all going to be on stage June 15th this Saturday. We're going to be interviewing every single fighter in a minute, but while we wait, let's interact with some of our amazing fans in the crowd, get some interactions, see what they expect from this weekend. So come with me, let's go talk to some fans. Hi, I love this. You brought your belt with you. Who are you here to see this weekend?
Gervonta Davis.
Gervonta Davis, I feel like that's going to be a big hit this weekend. He is an absolute powerhouse. Who else? Any other fighters you're looking forward to see?
No.
Do you ever want to be a fighter? I see that you got your belt. Is that a dream of yours?
Yes.
It is. Are you currently training, working towards something?
I'm just training.
You're just training?
Yeah.
Do you live here in Vegas, or did you come all the way out here for the fight this weekend?
I just live here in Vegas.
You live in Vegas? Oh, wow. Well, I'm excited because Gervonta is going to be here pretty soon. So what would be something you would want to ask Tank Davis?
That he's getting knocked out by Martin.
If he's going to knock out Martin, that's something you want to know? I mean, he does have a powerhouse hit. I have a good feeling that could happen, but we never know. We could have a crazy upset with Frank Martin. But thank you so much. What's your name?
Holston.
Olston?
Holston? Yeah.
Holston, great to meet you. Thank you for coming out. I'm excited for the fighters. Let's head to another fan. Let's see. Are you guys super fans of boxing? You just made us. You're a super fan of boxing. Who are you here to see this weekend?
Tank.
Here to see Tank. Wow, we've got a lot of support for Tank Davis. Obviously, he is one of the biggest names in boxing right now. Is there any other fighters that you're excited to see?
No, that's about it.
That's about it. And so if you were going to ask Tank Davis a question, what would it be?
Oh, damn, just to knock him out.
All he wants is Tank for the knockout. I think we have a big consensus right now that a lot of people want Tank for the knockout. Okay, are you going to be able to make it to the fight this weekend, or are you going to be watching the pay-per-view?
Watching the pay-per-view.
Watching the pay-per-view. Make sure you guys don't miss the pay-per-view this weekend. We have 2 main card fighters. That is totally worth your money. It's going to be a crazy fight. We have David Benavidez and Tank Davis on one card, so you aren't going to want to miss this. But thank you so much for your time. What was your name?
Anthony.
Anthony. Okay, well, Anthony is diehard Tank Davis for the knockout. That is 2 of the fans, Tank Davis for the knockout. Maybe we can get a little upset. Is there anyone that doesn't want Tank Davis? Oh, you don't? Oh, everybody wants Tank. You don't want Tank? Oh, come on up here. First, what's your name and where are you from?
Colin Losey, I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, and who is your favorite fighter that you're excited to see this weekend?
Frank Martin.
Frank Martin. Okay, and why is that?
He's in Errol Spence's stable, Aaron Spence's fighter. I'm a big fan of both.
And are you into fighting? Are you a fighter as well?
I'm not, no.
You're not just fight fan. Okay, and do you think that Frank is going to have the major upset and beat Tank Davis this weekend?
I do. To pull off the upset.
And what do you think the number one reason you believe that is?
He can box, he can fight, he can do it all. So, yeah.
Is there any other fighters on the card that you're interested in seeing?
Mark Magsayo, for sure.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about why you're a fan.
I'm Filipino, half Filipino, and he's Filipino as well, so yeah. Represent.
That's an amazing thing about this sport is a lot of these fighters are representing an entire country, which is awesome. So thank you for that. Maybe we do have some fans out in the crowd that are looking for the upset. Do we have any Benavidez fans in the crowd? Oh my gosh, there we go. So tell me a little bit. Oh, he's full team Benavidez. Why do you want Benavidez to win this weekend?
I want Benavidez to win this weekend so he can fight Canelo. Everybody wants to see Canelo?
Yeah. Everybody does want to see the Canelo fight. That is something we're all dying to see. We might not get to see it, but we might see Benavidez pull through this weekend. He's having an absolute tear. What other fighters do you want to see this weekend?
David, Stang, and other fighters are good. So I come here to see them.
Wow, amazing. Are you going to be watching the pay-per-view this weekend?
No, I'm coming to the arena.
He's coming to the arena this weekend in Las Vegas, Nevada, June 15th. Well, thank you so much. We have a Benavidez fan. Oh, there's also a QR code to buy the fight if you want to buy it in advance. Make sure you check that out right below. And let's see another fan. Is anybody here for not Tank and not Benavidez? Well, they're pointing at you. I think they want you. Are you a star here? Are you a boxing fan?
I'm a boxing fan, yeah.
And so who's your favorite fighter you're here to see this weekend?
Mostly Benavidez.
Mostly Benavidez, and why is that?
I don't know, he's just the best, that's all I gotta say. He's really something, I don't know.
He's really something. Is there anything specific that you love about Benavidez as a fighter?
It's hard to say, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I think Benavidez definitely something. My favorite thing about him is he's very aggressive. If he goes in there, he's going to give us an immense, crazy fight. He always says he's in there and he's going to hurt somebody. We obviously don't want that, but it makes for an interesting fight. But great to meet you. Thank you so much. Hopefully we see you guys this weekend at the fight. But thank you guys so much. Well, thank you guys so much for watching with the fans. Stay tuned because now we have interviews with every single fighter on the card this weekend. So we'll see you soon.
Power puncher Frank the Ghost Martin. Bring it on. Let's go! Plus, David Benavidez is on a mission to wreak havoc on the light heavyweight division. Starting with Oleksandr Gvozdyk, two of boxing's biggest names. One explosive event. Warriors only. Saturday, June 15th, live on BBC pay-per-view on Prime Video.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MGM Grand here in Las Vegas as we are gearing up for a big night of Premier Boxing Champions action this upcoming Saturday night at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. It is PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video. We have 4 championship fights coming your way, a part of our pay-per-view main card. That starts at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. Before that, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific time, we have 3 outstanding matchups on Prime Video as a part of our prelims. Just to give you an idea of what you can expect, it'll be Gervonta Davis defending his WBA lightweight world championship against a very determined and undefeated Frank Martin. The co-main event will feature the light heavyweight debut of David Benavidez as he goes head-to-head for the interim WBC light heavyweight championship of the world. The event brought to you by GTG Promotions, Samson Boxing, TGB Promotions, and Man Down Promotions. Tickets are available at AXS.com. Let's welcome the fighters. One of the fighters, a part of our pay-per-view main card. We want to welcome a man who has a record of 22 wins, no losses, 10 wins coming by way of knockout, having captured the title back in August of 2022 with a hard-fought victory over Bakhtiar Ahmedov. He is a native of the Dominican Republic, now training in Las Vegas. Most recently scored a unanimous decision victory over Hector Madera last December. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former WBA super lightweight champion of the world. Here is, from the Dominican Republic, Alberto Puello. Once again, here is the undefeated former WBA super lightweight champion of the world, Alberto Puello. All right, I will now turn it over to my esteemed colleague, Kinsey, who is going to be talking with the undefeated super lightweight sensation.
How are you? Welcome. We are so excited for your fight this weekend. I have a few questions for you that I think we're all dying to hear. One is your opponent. He has 100% knockout percentage. Do you feel like that's going to end this weekend?
Bueno, tu oponente acá, Alberto, tiene un poder de knockout nato. ¿Crees que esta pelea ya a la campana final o termina en knockout?
Pienso que va a llegar a la campana final, ya que la pegada no es un factor contra mi boxeo.
I think this fight doesn't reach the final bell because I am just as opponent as my opponent, and I have knockout power as well.
Wow, amazing. We're all very excited to see it. You are his first southpaw opponent. How do you feel like that's going to benefit you this weekend?
Bueno, tu perfil va a ser peculiar para él, ya que sos el primer rival zurdo que él va a tener. ¿Cómo crees que eso te va a beneficiar en esta pelea?
Pienso que me va a beneficiar mucho, ya que yo he tenido pelea anteriormente contra zurdo y me ha resultado muy bien el dominarlos.
Well, it's going to benefit me because I am used to fighting against southpaws, and it's been easy for me to dominate them.
Amazing. And if you win this fight this weekend, what can we see from you in the future? Who is your dream opponent?
Si ganás esta pelea el sábado, ¿quién sería tu oponente soñado para tu próxima pelea?
Claro que voy a ganar, no es si gano, voy a ganar la pelea y no tengo en mira ningún oponente. Con cualquiera que me quieran poner, estaré listo para pelear.
First things first, let's win this fight, and then let anybody come my way. I'm not afraid of anybody, and I'm willing to face each and everyone in my division.
He is not afraid of anybody. We love to hear that in boxing. Well, thank you so much, and we will see you this weekend, Saturday, June 15th, for the fight. Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias.
Alberto Puello, he's going to stay up here as we await his adversary, as he will be competing in a matchup for the interim WBC Super Lightweight Championship of the World. That'll begin the pay-per-view portion at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. Also, Saturday night marks the 100th championship fight night in the long decorated history of the MGM Grand Garden Arena. It opened up in January 29th of 1994, so over 30 years of esteemed rich boxing tradition, the likes of Floyd Money Mayweather, Iron Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, also Canelo Alvarez. They have all competed inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. And lo and behold, we have another stellar night of action coming your way on Saturday. 4 championship fights on our pay-per-view main card, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. Tickets are available. They're going quickly. AXS.com is where you want to get them. Also, the event sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. And also by El Mexicano brand products, bringing authentic sabor to your table. Somos El Mexicano. The event brought to you by GTD Promotions, Samson Boxing, TGB Promotions, and Man Down Promotions, as we await the second half of our pay-per-view opener. This one for the interim WBC Super Lightweight Championship of the World. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 championship fights on this pay-per-view card. Absolutely remarkable. And it is a night of boxing that you do not want to miss. We are following it up after our outstanding event back in May with Canelo Alvarez defeating Jaime Munguia. What a night of action that was at T-Mobile Arena, but now right back here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, which incidentally hosted the first Premier Boxing Champions event back in March of 2015. That was headlined by Keith Thurman when he defeated Robert the Ghost Guerrero. So Premier Boxing Champions and the MGM Grand Garden Arena have a rich history together, and they put on some blockbuster fight nights, and Saturday night will be exactly that. As I talked about, prelim portion coming your way live for free on Prime Video, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific time. It'll be headlined by Elijah Garcia going head-to-head against Gervonta Davis. That is a matchup rescheduled from back in March. Looking forward to that confrontation as Elijah Garcia looking to remain undefeated against a very determined Gervonta Davis. Again, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the course of the next couple of hours, you are going to hear from the likes of Gervonta Davis. Also, his opponent from Indianapolis, Indiana, Frank Martin, now training under the guidance of Derek James and also Errol Spence Jr., his promoter, Man Down Promotions. Co-main event. Curious to see what we witness from the light heavyweight debut of David Benavidez, as Benavidez going up 7 pounds to campaign at 175. His attention and his focus will be on Oleksandr Gvozdyk, who only has 1 blemish on his resume. Also on Saturday, we have an outstanding matchup featuring Carlos Adames defending his WBC Middleweight Championship of the World against Terrell Gausha, a 2012 United States Olympian. Gausha has been in there against some top-level contenders and world champions. He will be looking to capture a world championship, but it will not be easy, as he will go head-to-head against Carlos Adames. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, tickets are available, AXS.com. Throughout the week, we have you covered from top to bottom tomorrow. 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific time. It'll be the main event press conference where you will hear from Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin. Again, that happens 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific time on the PBC YouTube page. Then at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific time, for the fans that are here, we have a Fight Week event. It'll be the media workouts that come your way at 3:30 local time, 6:30 Eastern. Well, you will see a lot of the fighters work out as they make final preparations for their matchup. Also on a Thursday, as we have 2 Eastern, 11 local time, we will have the undercard press conference. Then at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific time, we will have the co-main event presser featuring David Benavidez and Oleksandr Gvozdyk. On Friday, we will have the weigh-in that transpires 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific time here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, where you will see the fighters weigh in and step on the scale for the final time. And then we get the night going on Saturday, bright and early, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific time, with prelim action on Prime Video and the PBC YouTube page. And then our pay-per-view transpires 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time, as we are very much anticipating what is going to be a historic night here in Las Vegas. Ray Flores, honored to be with all of you here as we are awaiting Gary Antoine Russell to make his way to the stage, and then he will face off with Alberto Puello, who is looking to see what is in his opponent's eyes. Gary Antoine Russell has an undefeated record. Coming to us from the Fighting Russell family, his brother Gary Russell Jr., the former WBC featherweight champion of the world, no stranger to being involved in some big fights, and he's looking to remain undefeated. You heard that Puello said that undefeated record is going to stop, and that he has the power in order to halt one Gary Antoine Russell. Gary Antoine Russell, 17-0, 17 knockouts. As Kinsey mentioned, a 100% knockout percentage. And Kinsey standing by with some very exciting fans. Kinsey, what's going on out there?
Hi, how are you guys? Welcome back. We are back with the fans. We have a very enthusiastic fan right here. He was dying. Who are you here to see?
I'm here to see Tank Davis.
Have you always been a fan of Tank Davis, or is this a recent?
Well, I like Tank Davis, but I want him to rematch Ryan Garcia.
He wants a rematch with Ryan Garcia. That was an incredible fight, obviously. Tank did take the win. Why do you want a rematch?
Because my best friend, Jason Munoz, loves Ryan Garcia, so it's like a head-to-head match.
He loves Ryan Garcia, but Tank did beat him. Yep. Do you guys think we're going to see a rematch between Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis?
Yeah, he beat Devin Haney, so it's money there if he wants it.
There is money there if he wants it. Well, thank you so much. Is there any other fighter you're excited to see this weekend?
Benavidez versus Canelo, too. I want that to go.
Yes, we definitely want to see that.
I saw Oscar De La Hoya's post on Instagram.
And what was the post? Let everybody know. What was the post from Oscar De La Hoya?
He said that Canelo gave him a lot of money, so I don't know. Canelo's got to step up if he wants to respect his legacy. Everyone's talking mess.
I think we have a common denominator here that a lot of people want a Benavidez-Canelo fight, and a lot of people want Tank to win this weekend. So we'll see how it goes. But we did have some supporters of Frank. I think we all love a little undercard. Would mean a lot to Frank. This would be stardom. But thank you so much. What was your name?
Makai.
Makai. And where are you from?
Houston, Texas.
Did you come all the way out here for the fight this weekend?
No, I came out for my girlfriend's 21st birthday.
It's your 21st birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Wow, you are beautiful. Happy 21st birthday. What are you guys going to do for the weekend?
It's up to her.
We're not going to be here for the fight, but we'll definitely be watching it from home.
Okay. Don't forget to get the pay-per-view fight this weekend, you guys. Double main card event. We have Benavidez and Tank Davis. It is something you're not going to want to miss. And the QR code is here. It's an easy QR code, so no reason why you can't get the fight now. So make sure you check it out. That was great. I'm gonna keep it.
here to the MGM Grand. It is the grand arrivals for Saturday night's PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video. Night of boxing, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. We open up the pay-per-view with the interim WBC Super Lightweight Championship of the World. You've already heard from Alberto Puello, who's undefeated from the Dominican Republic, and now we want to bring up his opponent on a Saturday. He's undefeated, 17 bouts, 17 victories, all of his wins coming by way of knockout. A 2016 United States Olympian who has wins over the likes of Victor Postol, along with Rancis Barthelemy. Most recently, knocked out the previously unbeaten Kent Cruz by way of spectacular first-round knockout last August. Ladies and gentlemen, he joins us from Capitol Heights, Maryland, a part of the Fighting Russell family. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the undefeated Gary Antoine Russell. This is our opening pay-per-view matchup. Gary Antoine Russell and Alberto Puello. Both men are undefeated. Someone's zone's got to go. It is for the interim WBC Super Lightweight Championship of the World. Gary Antoine Russell and Alberto Puello going head-to-head. A significant matchup at 140 pounds. And look at the muscles there from Gary Antoine Russell, as now Gary Antoine Russell from Capitol Heights, Maryland, is standing by with Kinsey.
How are you feeling for this weekend? Are you excited? Are you nervous?
I'm stoked. I'm here where I'm supposed to be.
You have, boxing running in your veins. It's been your entire life, your entire family. How do you feel like that's prepared you for something this big this weekend?
Honestly, it's nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. Like you said, we've been preparing for this moment. It's been a long journey, but this is just a pit stop. We're going to keep it going. We're going to show the fans what they want to see, give them a show, hopefully a knockout, because I know y'all come to see excitement.
You have 100% knockout percentage, 100%. That is very impressive. So obviously I know you're going in for the knockout. What round do you plan to do that?
I'm going to say, first and foremost, I'm not going in looking for a knockout. I'm going in here to showcase my talent. Hopefully I can prick a couple of minds out here and influence them to want to get involved into this profession as well. But if I do was to bet on myself, what round it'll be a knockout, and it'll be the ninth. Around the ninth.
It would be in the 9th. Okay, you seem very sweet, very humble, like a nice guy, but not in the arena.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Definitely, I hit that split.
Definitely not getting it twisted with your knockout percentage. I am sure that he is nervous going into this weekend. Well, I also read online that you were valedictorian of your high school. Is that true?
Absolutely.
So you're obviously very intelligent. So how do you feel like that parlays into boxing?
It's definitely a help. A lot of times you got fighters that come in here and they just want to go mano a mano, when realistically, the smarter man wins. So let's hope for the best in that part.
Amazing. And last question for you is, this is your first time facing a southpaw opponent. How do you feel like it's not? No. Oh, okay. Never mind there. Well, we are excited to see you this weekend. Good luck. And we will see you on Saturday, June 15th. See you guys.
Much, Kinsey. Excellent job. Great to see Gary Antoine Russell undefeated. I remember when he made his pro debut, and now look at him. He's all grown up now. Gary Antoine Russell, 17-0, 17 knockouts. Great to see his brother Gary Russell Jr. as well, former WBC featherweight champion of the world. Looking forward to seeing Gary Russell back. Capitol Heights finest, my men. Great to see the entire Russell family that no doubt they know their boxing like nobody's business. Looking forward to seeing Gary Antoine Russell head-to-head against Alberto Puello. That'll open up the pay-per-view card. Again, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. Tickets are available at AXS.com. Our second matchup on the pay-per-view will be for the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. We have the Dominican Republic's own, the hard-hitting champion, Carlos Adames, who is making the first defense of his World Championship, as he will match up against a very tough and determined veteran who is a 2012 United States Olympian. We will meet him in a few short moments. But what I love about this card is we start off the pay-per-view at 140 with Gary Antoine Russell and Alberto Puello. Then we'll go up to 160, and we will see the likes of Carlos Adames match up against the very determined Terrell Gausha. Co-main event, David Benavidez at 175. How is he going to look here fighting in this new weight class? What could be next for David Benavidez if he gets his hand raised? But first and foremost, he has business to attend to in Oleksandr Gvozdyk. Then we'll go down to 135, 40 pounds south, and we will see one of the most electrifying fighters in the sport. Gervonta Tank Davis look to remain undefeated. Davis has a 93% knockout percentage, as he will put that on the line against the undefeated Frank Martin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting set to welcome the second part of our pay-per-view. This man has a record of 24 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, a dozen wins coming by way of knockout. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio, now fighting out of Southern California. A former world title challenger who has gone up against the best of the best in the sport. He enters this fight off of back-to-back victories, including most recently having knocked out Brandon Lynch last March before defeating Keandre Leatherwood in September. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2012 United States Olympian and the world title challenger looking to realize a lifelong dream on Saturday. Here is the challenger, Terrell Gausha. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2012 United States Olympian, the challenger, Terrell Gausha, Cleveland's finest. Terrell standing by with Kinsey. Kinsey.
Terrell, this is a big weekend for you. You are coming to take the title. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I'm just ready. I'm just ready to get it on, and I'm blessed to be here.
Tell me a little bit about your camp and what you did specifically for this fight to prepare.
We had to work hard because, this is a big fight. And, I want to bring that belt back to the city of Cleveland. So I put everything in the camp, and I'm ready.
You are a U.S. Olympian, so you're used to the big, bright lights. How do you feel like that's going to translate and prepare for you for this weekend?
I'm a stepper. This is what we do. This is what we live for.
This is a really big fight for you. We're all very, very excited. So good luck on Saturday, and we will see you out there.
Really appreciate that and your conversation with Terrell Gausha. I've known Terrell for a long time, and he's always in shape, always makes weight, and ready to go. We are awaiting his opponent who is very tough and also has knockout power indeed. What was interesting is that I loved hearing the trash talk between both Terrell Gausha, Carlos Adames. We did a Zoom, a press conference for the media from around the world, and Adames, I'm curious to see if he's going to follow through on his prediction. He told us about 3 weeks ago that he plans on knocking out Terrell Gausha and that the fight will not go the distance. Gausha would respond and state to the fact that he can have his plans, but I'm going to foil those plans on Saturday and become a world champion. But this is no doubt a star-studded night of action. As I mentioned, being here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, if you haven't got your tickets, they are going quickly, AXS.com. And there is not a bad seat in the house at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. As I mentioned earlier, it opened up in January 29th of 1994, the first championship night of boxing. And now, on Saturday, it will be the 100th championship fight night that comes your way from this iconic venue that will always be remembered for seeing some memorable moments. And Saturday night, more memories will be created. It is PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to bring up the second half of our second matchup for the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. This man originally from the Dominican Republic, now training in Las Vegas, most recently having stopped former Unified champion Julian J. Rock Williams last June. His record, 23 wins, 18 of those coming by way of knockout against one sole defeat. He is making the first defense. He's the reigning and defending WBC middleweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carlos Adames. Being very fan-friendly, signing autographs for those in attendance. Here is the WBC middleweight champion of the world from La República Dominicana, Carlos Adames. Ladies and gentlemen, this for the WBC middleweight championship of the world. Carlos Adames and Terrell Gausha clash on Saturday night. It is PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video. Carlos and Carlos.
So it is one thing to become a champion, but it's another thing to defend that championship. So how do you feel going into this weekend?
Carlos, es una cosa convertirse en campeón, otra cosa defender ese campeonato. ¿Cómo te sentís de cara a este nuevo desafío?
Bueno, primeramente déjame darle las gracias a todo este público, toda esta gente maravillosa de aquí, por venir, por dar asistencia, estos 100 años del MGM en celebración. Bueno, el tema de ser campeón del mundo es algo que yo todo el tiempo lo he tenido en mi mente, he crecido con eso. Desde que me he preparado en el ámbito de boxeo, siempre he tenido ese corazón, ese ánimo, ese deseo de ser campeón del mundo. Ahora que soy campeón del mundo, el reto para mí es más fácil.
Well, first of all, allow me to thank every single one of you here showing me your love, your support. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to be here also for the MGM Grand's 100 championship fight. That's going to be amazing. And as far as your question of defending the belt being harder than it is to obtain it, look, I think it's actually going to be easier because I've always had the heart, the hunger, and the conviction that I can be a champion, and I plan to be one for a long time.
You're from the Dominican Republic. You have a big backing in the Dominican Republic. How important is this for you and for your country?
¿Qué tan importante es esta pelea para vos, para tu país, representando a la gente que tanto querés?
Bueno, es muy importante ya que la República Dominicana sabe que tiene un gran campeón, tiene un excelente atleta, un atleta responsable con su deber, que cuando se sube arriba del ring representa a toda la República Dominicana y todo también los latinos que siguen mi carrera de muy cerca, mis fans, que están muy pendientes de mis eventos. Para mí es un completo orgullo llevar esa bandera y llevar esa representación arriba del ring.
I'm the people's champion. They know that they have a responsible, eager, and very capable champion in their hands. And my goal is to represent my country in the best way possible. I want to wave that flag with pride, and I want them to know that I'm going to fight for them as hard as I possibly can.
If you win and defend the championship this weekend, what can we see from you in the future? Is there a fighter that you have your eyes on currently?
¿A quién te gustaría enfrentar si ganás este sábado? ¿Quién sería tu oponente soñado?
Bueno, primeramente Dios me va a dar el compromiso de salir victorioso en este reto, pero hay muchos oponentes. El oponente fiel que yo sé que todos los fanáticos, todos los presentes que conocen a Carlos Adames quieren ver con Carlos Adames es Johnny Beck. Y yo sé que es el oponente a seguir y con Dios vamos a enfrentarlo cuando él quiera.
First things first, let's win this Saturday because we're going to give the fans a great fight. You're going to count on it. And then I know what the people want. They want to see me fight against Janabek, but let's see what the future holds. I'm open to everything and anything.
We are very excited to see you this Saturday, so we want to wish you a good luck. And
bueno, que estamos muy entusiasmados por este sábado y te deseamos muy buena suerte.
Muchísimas gracias a todos los fans, todos los que se van a la cita, esa gran cartelera. Esta celebración de 100 años del MGM, eso va a ser una gran cartelera. Gervonta Davis como principal es un gran atleta, un atleta responsable. Contra Frank Martin pienso que va a ser un gran evento. Carlos Adames, Alberto Puello, La Vipa, o sea, Benavidez, son peleadores excelentes. México arriba, que siempre está pendiente de todos los eventos de boxeo. Muchísimas gracias, me siento muy contento, muy feliz por este gran evento.
Thank you all once again for being here. I can't stress this enough. It's an honor to be part of the 100 championship fight in the history of the MGM Grand Garden Arena, and it's going to be a spectacle with Gervonta Davis, with Frank Martin, with Puello, also with Benavidez and Gvozdyk. You're not going to want to miss it. I want to see you there. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Kinsey. Great to hear from Carlos Adames, as he is no doubt a very intense and focused. You could tell he's locked in. He's enjoying Fight Week. There is nothing like a Fight Week here in Las Vegas, as we mentioned, when it comes to what is coming up tomorrow for the fans here that are at the Grand Arrivals. Tomorrow at 3:30 local time, that'll be 6:30 Eastern on the BBC YouTube page. You can go ahead and see the fighters work out right outside of the sports book, right next to TAP here at the MGM Grand. You can see the fighters work out and, utilize their final game plans as they prepare for their upcoming matchups. That comes to a 3:30 local time, 6:30 Pacific time for those watching around the world on the PBC YouTube page. Tomorrow will be the main event presser, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific time. You'll hear from Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin. Then we have the media workout, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 local time here outside of the sports book, as you will witness all the fighters get inside the ring and utilize final preparations. Thursday, we will have the undercard presser that transpires 2 Eastern, 11 local time. And then at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific time, it'll be David Benavidez and Oleksandr Gvozdyk, our co-main event presser. And speaking of our co-main event This will be for the interim WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. This man, a 2012 Olympic bronze medalist representing his native Ukraine and now training out of Southern California. He won his world title with an 11th round knockout over Adonis Stevenson back in December of 2018 up in Canada. He is the former WBC Light Heavyweight Champion of the World. Brings in an outstanding professional record consisting of 20 wins, 16 by way of KO against one sole defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Oleksandr Gvozdyk. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBC Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, Oleksandr Gvozdyk. And he's standing by with Kinsey. Kinsey, take it away.
Welcome. Welcome. We are all very excited to see you on Saturday. Obviously, Benavidez is moving up a weight class for this match. How do you feel like that's a benefit for you?
I mean, he's still a big guy, so I expect in his best shape. So I don't care if he's moving up or moving down. I'm in my best shape, and I expect him to be in his best shape.
Do you feel like now at your current age you are in your best shape?
I think I am, yes.
Amazing. You have a ton of experience. You're also a previous Olympian. How do you feel like that will fare against Benavidez?
Look, he has more pro fights, and he's like a seasoned pro fighter. I think in terms of experience, we kind of he might even have the more experience because the quality of the fighters he had can be even more than mine. But I have a longer career. I have 250 amateur fights, and I have something to show him.
And so what do you think? What is your prediction of what's going to happen this weekend on Saturday?
I think it's going to be exciting and great fight, and you will never regret.
Exciting and a great fight. So we will see you on Saturday. Good luck.
Kinsey Oleksandr Gvozdyk proclaiming that the experience will be a significant factor in the fight. He attributed his extensive amateur background. He possesses a record of 20 wins against one defeat, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. He is in outstanding physical shape, and I'm looking forward to his showdown against David Benavidez. And it is no secret that Oleksandr Gvozdyk is the underdog coming into this matchup, but how will his opponent, David Benavidez, go ahead and, utilize, the 7 pounds that he's been able to get? Typically, Benavidez fights at 168, now going ahead and fighting at 175 pounds. I've also heard that he could go down to 168 as well. So we will see what happens. But first and foremost, David Benavidez has to collide against Oleksandr Gvozdyk. So up next, we will hear from one half of the main event of the evening as the WBA Lightweight Championship of the World will be on the line. Gervonta Tank Davis will put his crown up for grabs against the undefeated Frank Martin, who is trained under the guidance of esteemed trainer Derek James. Frank Martin, this has been a moment he's been waiting for his entire life, and now he gets it for Gervonta Davis. No stranger to the limelight. Literally, he has been built for success, been, under the guidance of Mayweather Promotions and, obviously Leonard Ellerbe, the Mayweather Promotions CEO. Also, Floyd Money Mayweather has been there, instrumental in his career as well. But when it comes to superstars in boxing, look no further than Gervonta Tank Davis. But this man will be looking to dethrone him on Saturday night, our main event, PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video in the 100th Championship Fight Night from this historic MGM Grand Garden Arena. Let's welcome one half of our main event. This man trains out of Dallas under the guidance of Derek James, the undefeated lightweight contender. He has defeated a slew of contenders to rise up the lightweight rankings, including Artem Hartunian, Jackson Martinez, and Romero Duno. Undefeated lightweight contender. He's promoted by Errol Spence Jr.'s Man Down Promotions. On Saturday night, he looks to remain undefeated. His record a perfect one, 18 fights, 18 wins, 12 of those coming by way of knockout. Originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, now training out of Dallas, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hungry, undefeated contender, Frank the Ghost Martin. Please welcome the undefeated Frank the Ghost Martin. He's led to the stage by his trainer Derek James. Frank Martin looking to become a world champion on Saturday night. Ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated lightweight contender, Frank the Ghost Martin. And Frank Martin standing by with Kinsey. Kinsey, take it away.
Welcome, Frank. This fight for you this weekend can be absolutely career-changing and really put your name on the board as top fighters if you're able to defeat Tank. How do you feel going into this fight this weekend?
I'm feeling good. You know, we've been training for a while. I'm locked in. I'm focused. You know, the whole goal was to come out here, you know, and beat him. You know, I'm ready to take the spot, you know, and I'm here for a reason. You know, I ain't here just to be here. I'm here to take this shit over.
And what do you feel like sets you apart? Why do you feel like you're able to defeat Tank this weekend?
Because I'm different, you know. I got some things that, you know, I got speed, I got power, I got, you know, IQ. I feel like I got it all. You know what I mean? Like, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see when it's time to bite down, the world gonna see.
I definitely think it's going to be an interesting fight. There is some discrepancy with you guys sparring in the past. We're getting different opinions. Can I get in a quick, short answer? What happened when you guys sparred in the past, you and Tank Davis?
You know, it was just sparring. You know, we got a fight Saturday. We got this fight Saturday, you know, and, you know, I'm a whoop his ass. You know, I'm a whoop his ass. So the sparring don't matter. You know, that's old. That's years ago. We got Saturday to show who, you know, Saturday night.
We definitely know that you're an amazing fighter, so we're all looking forward to this weekend. Good luck. I think you really can take it, so good luck.
Frank Martin, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Frank going ahead and saying, I'm going to paraphrase because it's a family-friendly show, he's going to kick Gervonta Davis's butt. So, my goodness, you know, I'm trying. That's okay. It's all right, Frank. I mean, you just got to be you. But paraphrasing, great to see your dad as well. It's great to see Frank Martin, Indianapolis, Indiana's finest, now training out of Dallas, Texas. We will hear from Frank Martin tomorrow during the main event presser. That comes their way at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific time. You can check that out on the PBC YouTube page as well. So Frank Martin going ahead and handling some media obligations here, and Kinsey's going to be jumping into the crowd as the crowd just continues to swell. Nothing like a big fight night here in Las Vegas, the 100th championship fight night, and my goodness, and we are very much just so excited and honored to be here. What a year it has been for Premier Boxing Champions. We started off in March with Sebastian Fundora's victory over Tim Tszyu. Then also last month we saw Canelo Alvarez up in Jaime Munguia at a raucous T-Mobile Arena. And on Saturday night, the MGM Grand Garden Arena once again takes center stage, the site of Gervonta Davis's World Championship defense of his WBA lightweight crown against the undefeated Frank Martin, bringing you 4 championship fights on our pay-per-view card, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. Tickets are available at AXS.com. Want to mention our promoters for Saturday night: GTG Promotions, Samson Boxing, TGB Promotions, and Man Down Promotions. Also, the event sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours, and sponsored by El Mexicano brand products, bringing authentic sabor to your table. Somos El Mexicano. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we mentioned about the public events, but for those of you that are just joining us on the live stream or that are here in Las Vegas tomorrow, the media workouts that transpire at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 local time, that'll be outside of the sports book here at the MGM Grand. On Friday, the weigh-in transpires 6 Eastern, 3 local time at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, free and open to the public. Make sure to get there early and make some noise, because I will tell you, these fighters, when they hear the noise and they hear the passion and the excitement from you, the fans, they fight better. And Saturday night is going to be a sensational night of action. Now let's bring up one half of our co-main event. This one for the interim WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. This man is an undefeated 2-time super middleweight world champion, making his light heavyweight debut. Put together a huge 2023, having defeated Caleb Plant, the former world champion, in March in a slugfest, incidentally here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Then followed it up with a 6th-round TKO over the previously unbeaten Demetrius Andrade in November during Thanksgiving weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, with an undefeated record that stands at 28 wins, 24 of those coming by way of knockout against no defeats, from Phoenix, Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his light heavyweight debut, the former super middleweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, here is David Benavidez. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David Benavidez.
Desde los ranchos para la catedral, puro cobrazo de gobierno, pura empresa, ese es el mercado especial. Todos tranquilos, que se te meten, que de los rayos no se me despeguen. El pecho helado, los pixelados, se ve que trae desvelado, muchachos. No te preocupes, todo está calmado. los quise que ya no cambiaron, fuerza de Dios le cabe la corta, y una paquita nunca nos estorba, señal que viene y va, desde los ranchos para la capital. Planta y terciara, que tras la raptor viene la manada, un tostonazo por si acaso, que montaba la doble rodado, tienen el copia para donde vamos, en los cuatro por abajo le llegamos, casi una esta pavimentada, pero las rocas vienen de colgada, se ven que vienen y van, desde los ranchos para la capital, puro correlazo rico viejo, pura presa ese me falta, todos tranquilos, que se teniente, que de los baños no se me despeguen, pecheados, los pixelados, se ve que traen de escuela los muchachos, no me dejan, todo está calmado, tengo los 15 que ya no han cambiado, fuerza de Dios le cabe la puerta, y una paquita nunca nos estorba, señal que viene y va, desde los ranchos para la capital.
As you can see, David Benavidez being a man of the people, meeting all the fans out there here at the MGM Grand. Great to see David Benavidez undefeated with a 28-0 record, 24 wins coming by way of knockout. You see he's joined by his son as well. David Benavidez trained under the guidance of his father, Jose Benavidez Sr., very proudly from Phoenix, Arizona. And here is the undefeated David Benavidez. David Benavidez with his father, Jose Benavidez. And David is standing by with Kinsey to have some words as she's going to talk with the world champion, Kinsey.
Wow, well, we expected nothing less. You can see the crowd has gone absolutely crazy. You're definitely a fan favorite. What you've done in your previous weight class is so admirable. How do you feel like you're going to do in this next weight class?
I feel really good. First of all, I just want to give a big thanks to all the people that came out and support. You know, I love you guys, and this Saturday is going to be for you guys. I worked extremely hard, and we're going for the knockout this Saturday.
And if you do get the knockout, what is your plan moving forward in this weight class? Are you going to stay or are you going to move back?
My plan is just to conquer 170, the light heavyweight weight class and the super middleweight weight class. Whoever comes, they could get it.
We were interviewing a lot of fans. Before your arrival, and we got a lot of feedback. Obviously, you're aware they really want the Canelo fight. Have you spoken with Canelo? Do you think there's any movement on that, or do you not think it's going to happen?
You know, I really believe in my heart that it's going to happen. When, I don't know, but we're 100% ready to get that fight and get that victory as well.
And if that doesn't happen, is there any other opponent that you have your eye on currently?
Whoever. I'm ready to fight whoever and beat whoever.
I think that's why all the people love you. You really are ready to fight whoever. You're definitely a really aggressive fighter. Why do you think that is? You seem like such a nice guy, but when you get in there, it's a different type of fight.
I just have a lot to prove to myself and to the world. You know, I really do want to be the best of my generation, and until I make that happen, we're going to keep working hard.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, David. We're very excited to see your fight this weekend. You always put on a great show, so make sure you guys check it out. We'll see you this weekend.
Very much, Kinsey, as David Benavidez with his father, Jose Benavidez, and the entire Benavidez team. Well, one thing that cannot be mistaken is that any time David Benavidez steps inside the ring, it is must-see television. David Benavidez, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see David and the entire team. For those of you that are looking for highlights of David Benavidez, there are a litany that you can go and look up. But one that comes to mind when it comes to the hand speed and the aggressiveness and the ferocity in which he fights, go and look up David Benavidez, Rogelio Porky Medina. Go look that up and see the knockout. It was like a 16-punch knockout, that punch combination that put away Rogelio Porky Medina, who at the time was a battle-tested veteran. So go and look that up. David Benavidez and Rogelio Porky Medina. Go and check that out, and you will see the kind of hand speed, the power, and how ferocious David Benavidez is. It is without question, from my estimation, that David Benavidez is a throwback fighter. He obviously, the fans and a lot of people, myself included, we would love to see a matchup between David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez, but to be quite honest with you, anytime either man steps inside the ring, it is must-see television. David Benavidez, Oleksandr Gvozdyk is going to be an exciting matchup. You do not want to miss it. That, the co-main event. And listen, David Benavidez is very big for being a super middleweight, but he's still young, 25 years of age. How is he going to handle being here at 175? I think we get an even better version of David Benavidez. Watching him grow and develop, nobody has done what he was able to accomplish in terms of wiping out the previously unbeaten United States Olympian, the former world champion, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. And David Benavidez did that in 6 rounds. So coming up against Oleksandr Gvozdyk, a man who's the former WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, having defeated Adonis Stevenson back in December of 2018, how is Benavidez going to handle being up here at 175, 7 pounds north of where he's typically used to fighting? We will get those questions answered on Saturday. It all comes your way. PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. The event comes your way here. Tickets are available, AXS.com, or if you are not here in Las Vegas, you can go ahead and purchase it on Prime Video. You do not want to miss it. It's promoted by GTG Promotions, along with Samson Boxing, TGB Promotions, and Man Down Promotions. The event sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours, and El Mexicano brand products, bringing authentic sabor to your table. Somos El Mexicano. Now we are awaiting our final fighter. It is the WBA lightweight champion of the world. That is Baltimore, Maryland's finest, Gervonta Tank Davis, who will collide against Frank Martin. Gervonta Davis with a 93% knockout percentage, as we saw him in the ring last April when he was able to knock out Ryan Garcia by a spectacular body shot at a sold-out T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. And once again, Gervonta Davis fights here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. And right now, standing by with some of the fans that are here at the MGM Grand is Kinsey. Kinsey, where are you at?
What's up, guys? Welcome back. We are now waiting for Tank Davis, the amazing Tank Davis. I know a lot of you guys, but we did see the crowd go nuts for Benavidez. So we wanted to tap back in with the crowd and see how you guys are feeling. There was lines out the door. People were loving Benavidez. So let's touch base with the crowd and see what they have to say. You're heading back. How are you today?
Good, how you doing?
What's your name?
Steve,
Steve. And what fighter are you here to see this weekend?
the Tank.
Tank. Do you like Benavidez as well? We saw the crowd go nuts for Ben.
Watched him in Brooklyn a few months back.
You saw him in person?
Oh, yeah.
And what do you think of him as a fighter?
I think he's amazing, fast, smart, and could last a long time.
Right. And you said you're rooting for Tank. What do you want to see from Tank this weekend?
A knockout.
A knockout. In what round?
Third.
Third round knockout. I mean, that would be very, very impressive. I think the fans would obviously love that, but we might be, Frank might take it. You never know. Thank you so much. Let's go check out another group of fans. How are you guys doing over here? Where are you from?
I'm from Virginia.
Virginia, and you?
I'm from Vegas.
Vegas, okay, local. And are you here for the fight?
Yes.
Specifically for the fight?
Yes.
Are you going to come to the fight this weekend?
Yes.
And who are you here for?
Tank.
Tank. Tank is definitely a crowd favorite. And why do you like Tank as a fighter?
Because I think he's good.
Because she thinks he's good. He is good, and he's very, very interesting to watch. What would you like to see this weekend from Tank?
Win, knock him out.
Win and knock him out. What round knockout?
2.
A second round knockout. Are you going to place bets on that?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. That might be, it would definitely be entertaining for all of us to watch, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We will see. Make sure you guys check out the QR code. It is on the screen right there, so don't forget about that for the 2 main card fights this weekend. It's going to be extremely interesting. We have another fan we're going to touch base with. Are you a boxing fan?
Definitely.
Your whole life?
All my life.
And who is your favorite fighter of all time?
Ooh, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard. And who's your favorite fighter on this card?
David Benavidez.
David Benavidez. That's what I thought. We had the crowd going crazy for David Benavidez. And who would you want to see him to fight?
Canelo, of course.
Of course. And how do you think he's going to do this weekend? He did move up weight classes. Do you think that's going to affect him at all?
Nah, seeing his past fights, he's able to adapt. He's able to keep the same old, same old.
Wow, the same old, same old. I think we have a consensus that a lot of people are rooting for Benavidez and Tank Davis. Maybe there'll be some upsets this weekend. Who knows? But what was your name?
William Espinosa.
And where are you from?
Yuma, Arizona.
Arizona. Okay, well, thank you so much. And are you going to be watching the fight on pay-per-view or at the arena this weekend?
Pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view, like I hope a lot of you guys are. Now, this is also a really important fight because it's the 100th KO fight at the MGM Grand Arena. So a lot to celebrate. I know we're going to have a lot of A-list stars there this weekend. So stay tuned. I'm very, very excited. And let's go ahead and head on over to another fan. What's your name?
Fabricio.
Fabricio. And where are you from, Fabricio?
Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, and we got the crowd going crazy. Benavidez just threw his hat, and they loved it. He's definitely a fan favorite. So you said you're from Canada.
Yes.
And did you come all the way here for the fight?
Came here for vacation, but the fight happened to be booked on the time that we actually planned it here.
And are you going to be watching on pay-per-view or at the actual arena?
Pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view. Okay, and who, out of every single fight this weekend, I kind of want to know in order, who do you want to win?
It's a stacked card. I'm a big fan of this entire fight card in general.
Yeah.
So I'd say Tank Davis, Benavidez, and Antoine Russell.
Yep.
And then, who were the other two? The middleweight champion in 160. Adimas, yes. Yes. Those are my picks for this fight card.
And who is your favorite fighter of all of those fights?
Benavidez.
Benavidez. We definitely have a lot for Benavidez and Tank. I think we're getting a consensus that a lot of people feel the same people they want to win. I personally love an upset. So I'm kind of hoping for an upset. Let's go ahead and head down here and check out our fans in this corner. We have a lot of energy over here. So Benavidez, is this what he threw?
Yes, sir.
Oh, and this is a signed glove.
Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, this is my prediction for the fight.
Okay.
Third round knockout. Did he leave already? Hey, third round knockout. Hey, if it's not third round, it's definitely coming the fourth round. After though, November or October, I want to see that Canelo fight, baby. Yeah.
I'm absolutely loving this energy. This is amazing. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We are not going anywhere. We still have Tank Davis to interview, do his grand arrival, so stay tuned.
It gives me the great honor and pleasure to welcome the esteemed trainer. This man has been entrenched in the fabric of boxing in the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area. He has led Gervonta Davis to the ring 29 times, and they have come out victorious 29 times, and they include 27 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the trainer of Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Here is Calvin Ford. GTG Promotions in the house. Great to see Calvin Ford. Calvin, how excited is Tank and you and the entire team for Fight Week?
Well, we back in business, y'all. You know, we've been waiting for this for a while. It's been a while since we've been in the ring. So we just want to come out and put on a great performance for the fans. It's all about the fans at the end of the day.
Well, we hear in prize fighting especially that it's about momentum. And when it comes to Gervonta Davis, I don't think you can have more momentum than coming into this matchup because of what he was able to do, especially during last year's super fight against Ryan Garcia. Since that last performance, not giving us specifics, but how much has Tank improved?
Oh, watching them in camp, it scares me. You know what I'm saying? Because the things that he's doing and his maturity of, how would you say them great ones that can read the feel real good. So when he get in that ring, I watch them listen to people conversation, listen to what's going on, and he's real focused.
All right, well, I know he's very focused, but you have an update on Gervonta Davis in regards to his status for today.
I want to apologize to the fans that he can't make it at this moment because he's been delayed. But we're going to make it up to y'all fight night. Trust what I'm saying to y'all. Y'all want to see this performance that he's going to put on for the fan.
All right, so Gervonta Davis delayed and unable to make it here to the grand arrivals. We look forward to seeing Tank throughout the week. But Calvin, when it comes to his mentality, preparing for Frank Martin, how big of a fight is this for Tank?
It's serious because it's a different type of fight. You can't sleep on Frank. Frank is coming to put on that party. You know what I'm saying? And he showed it in the press conference. He's been showing it throughout the whole ordeal for being a young guy that's coming on the scene at this level right here.
What would you like to see, assuming that Tank comes out and gets his 30th win? What would you like to see?
I want to see a great. I want people to leave, watch TV, leave the arena and say, man, that was one of the classiest fights we've seen since the old days.
Well, Calvin, greatly appreciate it. We'll see you throughout the week.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
Calvin Ford, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that'll conclude our grand arrivals here in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand tomorrow. The main event press conference, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific time, and the media workout, 6:30, 3:30 local time, right outside of the sportsbook here at the MGM Grand. Fight week for Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin has begun here in Las Vegas. On behalf of Kinsey, I'm Ray Florentine. We'll talk to you tomorrow as we continue Fight Week here in the fighting capital of the world.
return of superstar Tank Davis. Will he steamroll unbeaten power puncher Frank the Ghost Martin?
Bring it on.
Let's go!
Plus, David Benavidez is on a mission to wreak havoc on the light heavyweight division, starting with Oleksandr Gvozdyk, two of boxing's biggest names, one explosive event. Warriors only, Saturday, June 15th, live on PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video.